Hi, y'all. Hope you're all doing well. I want to talk about this report that came out yesterday from MRFF, Military Religious Freedom Foundation. And I ran across the report, not here in the U.S., I ran across it in a foreign newspaper called Asian Times. But I want y'all to understand how bad this is. It is extremely damaging to the military to force your beliefs, your religious beliefs, on those below your command. That's not the military way. Military is always supposed to be apolitical, because when you give your oath, when you raise that right hand, you are raising that right hand to the U.S. Constitution, not to a god, not to a king, not to a dictator, and not to a fucking president. First and foremost, it is to defend and protect the U.S. Constitution. So this bullshit that there was over 110 complaints across 40 different units, over 30 different military installations. Because commanders were telling their non-commissioned officers that the conflict in Iran is part of God's plan, and that President Trump was, quote, anointed by Jesus, and that they shouldn't be, quote, afraid to go into battle, war, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's war, even though war hasn't been declared, because the fucking Republicans got their head so far up Donnie Dumpy Pants' fucking ass that I can't believe they're not all brown from the shit he's constantly got coming out of his ass. I can't tell y'all how much this pisses me off. I can't tell you how much it pisses me off. It's bad enough they went into this fucking war. They went into it because of fucking Israel. Because Netanyahu has been after Iran for 35 fucking years. He has been doing this for 4 fucking decades. And the fact that the buffoon in chief fell for the bullshit and killed the Ayatollah, which I hear he's bad. I get it. I understand that. It's not our job as the United States to try to go in and do a regime change. That is not our fucking job. We have enough problems here in this country. On top of that, we are constantly giving Israel billions of dollars for weapons, for everything, when Israel has a better life than what we do here. They have free medical care over there. What do we have here? Not fucking free medical care. Why is it okay to constantly cater to them? Netanyahu has warrants out for his arrest in 129 countries. What part of that do y'all not understand? He is a fucking war criminal, just like Putin. What is it with Donnie Dumpy Pants and these fucking war criminals and dictators? Cozy's up to Oban. Cozy's up to Putin. Cozy's up to Netanyahu. Cozy's up to the new Chilean dictator cozies up to the Argentina dictator. Arrest Maduro. But now the DOJ's open up a case against the person they put in charge of Venezuela. That was in the news yesterday. Did anybody see that one? Probably not. I did. Helping Israel gets us nowhere. We just spent 20 years in a war that got us nowhere. It got 4,000 people killed. It killed thousands upon thousands of civilians in the Middle East. We actually left it worse than what it was because we interfered. ISIS was created. Now they've attacked Iran with no plan. And you're not going to tell me they had a plan. They had no plan. They expected Iran to cave, to give up. Guess what, people? That's why our embassy has been hit. Our CIA office has been hit. That's why Dubai's been hit. That's why Riyadh's been hit. That's why all the other places have been hit. Qatar, Kuwait, everybody. Why? Because all of them paid off Donnie Dumpy Pants and bought into his crypto company with his sons and Wyckoff's son. And now they're wanting Donnie to fight their civil war for them. But the buffoon doesn't know what he's doing because he's got fucking dementia. And he's a toddler. And he's an 80-year-old dementia-ridden toddler with a narcissistic personality. So when he doesn't get his way, when Keir Starmer said, we're protecting our bases. We're not getting into this because this war is illegal. What you are doing is illegal. Germany said kick rocks. Spain said kick rocks. France said fuck you. Nobody wants any part of this. Nobody. Meanwhile, they're using our subs to blow up ships. They're using billions of dollars in air defense missiles and stuff when we don't have any. We're running out, people. He's scrambling because he's running out. They want to push a package through appropriations to have Congress approve it to go to Lockheed Martin and everybody else to create more weapons. Guess what? We have our own problems here in this country. We don't need to be in another war. You know why this is going on? Epstein files. Number one reason. Number two reason, the Republicans have fucked this country so bad over the last year and a half since Dumpy took oath that he knows they're going to lose the midterms. So he is doing everything he can. Everything he fucking can to interfere with the midterms. You know, I know both sides cheat. I understand it. Both sides have gerrymandered, whatever. Nobody has ever cheated as bad as the Republicans are cheating right now. And as they cheated last year, gerrymander and everything. And now this bullshit of Keg's Breath and them pushing God's plan that Trump is the new whatever the fuck he's anointed. Trump ain't anointed. He's a fucking adjudicated rapist. He is bankrupt 6 times. He is a loser. He's got nothing going for him. If he can't grift or con people, he would be nowhere. Without the Russian oligarchs backing him since the late 80s, early 90s, when he had so many bankrupts, the U.S. bank said, we ain't covering your shit anymore. you're a bad bet, because he lost all the money that his father left him. How did he get that money back? By going in with Russia. It all leads back to Russia. It all leads back to Epstein. It all leads back to Israel. Read the files. You want some proof? I can send it to you. I have the file. I have the file that shows Epstein was talking to Churkin to get information to Putin on how to deal with Trump. But Churkin died. So he reached out to Thorbjorn Jagland, who just got arrested for espionage. Reached out to him to be introduced to the new Russian ambassador so he could continue to sell his information to Putin. You gotta stop, people. You gotta fucking stop. This is all about the midterm elections, and this is all about the Epstein files. He has started a war with no plan, has stranded hundreds, if not thousands, of U.S. citizens in the Middle East, has interrupted and disrupted global economy. Not to mention the oil and the LP. He has caused global chaos again. First time was last April 9th when he did the universal fucking tariffs, because he's a fucking ignorant dumbass. And now this. You know what the UK did as soon as this got kicked off? They put into action plans immediately. Got all their ducks in a row, reached out to all their expats that live in Dubai and all that, and told them, log on here, we got to know where you at. We will, as soon as we can get planes to you, we will. You know what? They've been coming home for 2 days now. Why? Because the UK actually brought them home. What is the recording say when our State Department, you call our State Department? It basically says you're on your fucking own. That's how much this regime cares about you, cares about me, which is none. None. They didn't tell any allies. They didn't tell anybody. They left everybody hanging in the fucking wind. And you wonder why nobody wants to join with him. But he wants to badmouth them. I don't blame them. Nobody trusts us. We are on an island by ourselves. That's it. He has eliminated every ally we had. He has broken every treaty we had. Not to mention withdrawn from over 40 treaties since he took office. So no. Nothing he is doing is lawful. Nothing he is doing is constitutional. Nothing he is doing is going to save him from being impeached. Because I'm telling you right now, he's got immunity on certain things. But on this, he's only got limited immunity. If you read the decisions that the corrupt SCOTUS gave him, what he is doing right now, he could be brought up for impeachment and on charges. So, it is what it is, people. I have not told you one lie. I have not uttered one lie. If you want me to send you the truth, leave me a comment. DM me and I will be glad to send you the information I have and give you the truth. Sorry, this was a longer video. I hope this helps y'all understand things better. Y'all need to start paying attention to world news. U.S. news is not reporting what it should be reporting. They have plenty of weapons, and if you think they don't know what they're doing, well, the guy that's in charge now of the Iranian guard, yeah, he might be a psychopath, but he's a genius at the same time. And that's some of the most dangerous people you will ever run across in your life. And his background isn't exactly what he's doing right now. And let me remind you, he's had a red notice on him for decades, and he's still alive. They fucked up, and they can't fix it because they have pivoted 4 different ways since they started. Pay attention. You have a great one. Thanks for watching.